Hey guys, it's Night Duke 47. I want to do a video with I'm gonna show of my Xbox Xbox controllers that I have now. So let's start with the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller. So you guys know, some years back I had the same controller, but the other one the other Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller. Um, so what happened to the other one? I yeah. Well, I give the other Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller to someone else because they said that they don't have another Xbox One controller, so I give the my other CoD AW controller. So now, days ago, I bought this one. This is actually, it's not like a brand new controller, but I mean it feels like a brand new controller. But this is a refurbished Xbox One CoD AW controller, or well, I just don't want to say the whole name of the game. So now this one is feels like new though. It's got the correct joysticks. Is gray because when I had the other one, it had black joysticks. Yeah, still have the golden D-pad and textures and all that. Nice looking controller. And those, what are those? Lines, or I don't know what they are. But anyway, yeah, it's the same controller. Let's see. Let's see. I can focus. I don't think you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. COD AW SG, no, SHG, and controller is a Sentinel task force. It's got a smiley face on the grips. So when I got this controller, well, it arrived yesterday. But there's it's okay, yeah. They made it different, this controller. So well, like when it has the joysticks and the buttons, like what is called, they call it circular boards. That's how they call it. So they put in like a different circular boards, and they made this controller like brand new. I mean, it's like a brand new controller. It's like a brand new controller, but it's a refurbished controller. But so when I didn't know, this controller is a 3.5 millimeter jack. Yeah, it's a 3.5 millimeter jack, because the bumpers and so I thought it so yeah, the model looks like it's a 1697 controller. Like, I thought it was a 1537 controller, but no, it's not, because you can see the underneath. Let me turn the light on. Okay, so you can see the bottom of the controller. It does not have a 3.5 millimeter jack. So yeah, well, it is a 3.5 millimeter jack controller, but the grip is not correct. So probably I need to find and buy a 1697 controller with a 3.5 millimeter jack, So I do have a up when I plug the microphone, but yeah, I have that. Yeah, but I need to find the grip for the back shell, or I think they call that housing shell in these nowadays. So yeah, you know what? All right, let's go to the next controller. I know I showed this controller for long. It's the same controller from like what I had it before, but this one looks different because of the grips. Yeah. So next one is my Xbox One ARM Forces Series 2 controller. So it is a ARM Forces controller. Yeah, because it's a dark green, and I think it's like military green. So yeah, it's a military controller. So no, but what I did, I just changed the buttons and the D-pad. But back then it had golden triggers and golden right and left bumpers. Even same thing with the triggers, but they got broke. So there's a golden SIG button, and yeah, this controller is also a 3.5 millimeter jack, because this is a Series 2 Xbox One controller. Well, this is the Armed Forces Series 2. There are some other Armed Forces controller that is like a different model. So this model of my Series 2 Armed Forces controller is a 1708, and the other models is a 1537. Where I have when you like put the adapter to like this controller, yeah, like the stereo adapter and or the chat pad adapter. So yeah, when did I get this controller? I got it from back in August in 2020. It works fine. It's a perfect controller, but yeah, it's a brand new controller. I just got it from back in August, and works perfectly. Anyway, let's go to our next controller. Next controller I still have the red controller. Never get rid of this controller. So yeah, yep, 3.5 millimeter jack. Okay, so all of my Xbox controllers, they have rechargeable batteries, but except for this controller, because I'm thinking I'm gonna sell it because I need money. So with this controller, I know I had it for like 4 years, well, almost 4 years. Don't mind about the bed when it has hearts on it. So yeah, I never get rid of this controller, because this controller, this is my favorite color of this controller. Got a red D-pad, and it's got the two square and the scope. Yeah, well, it has the view and menu buttons on red. And so I remember in my previous videos, I said whenever that I said that you cannot get these buttons on the Design Lab. But I think Design Lab is shut down because I don't know why. But yeah, you cannot get these buttons on a Design Lab, even the A, B, X, Y buttons. So, well, the joysticks, it looks cool. It's red and dark red. Well, I think they call it. I think it's a burgundy. Same thing at the back is burgundy or dark red. Same thing, even the triggers and the bumpers and the sync button. They're all burgundy or dark red. Well, yeah, it's burgundy. So now let's go with this controller. It's the same controller like I had before, but this is a new one. So I think I bought this black controller like back in 2019, since after the coronavirus. Well, so this is, yeah, this is the Xbox One X controller. So what I did is I just changed the buttons, same thing with my Armed Forces controller. Same controller, it's the same controller. And yeah, it's got a red sync button. Yep. It's an Xbox One X controller, but sorry. But it comes with some custom buttons. And yeah, it's a good controller. and now we got a blue Xbox One controller. So yeah, like I said, you cannot get these buttons on a Design Lab. Same thing with the red controller. So let me pause here for a minute. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah. So like I said, you cannot get these buttons on Design Lab. So yeah, same thing with the red controller, like I said. So yeah, it's a gorgeous blue controller. It's blue, the rubber on the stick. It has dark blue. Same thing with the back shell, it's dark blue or deep blue. And same thing with the triggers, bumpers, and the sync button has dark. It has dark blue or deep blue. So yeah, let's do a comparison with the red controller and the blue controller. So yeah, the red controller has dark red or burgundy, and the blue controller has like deep blue. Both on well, on the triggers and the bumpers and the sync buttons. Both of them they have dark colors, dark blue and dark red, or deep blue and burgundy. Alright, so next controller. This is my last Xbox One controller. This is the Recon Xbox One controller. Recon Tech. So it's got some texture on it. And right here, it's gray. This controller is gray, but it's not my favorite color. So yeah, it's got a rubber grip on it. Yeah, I know I had this controller for like almost 4 years and never get rid of. I think I want to get rid of this controller because I wanna trade this controller for another controller. So you guys remember in the past, in my previous videos, I had an Xbox One Ocean Shadow controller, but now it was losing condition. And after that, I had an Xbox One Volcano Shadow. This also was losing condition too. So and some other controllers that I had before, I had some like older original Xbox One controllers, but I took them apart. And also back then I had an Xbox One Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller, which is just like this one, but the other Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller, it was different because first off, I made the controller. The model of the controller was excuse me. It was a 1537 of the model. So now what I did, I bought a 1697 controller from GameStop, and so now what I did, I put the buttons on the 1697 controller, and then I put the D-pad and all that and the shell. So now I made my previous Xbox One Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller with a 3.5 millimeter jack. So now I made it different back then. See, yeah, I made it different back then. Like the model, it was 1537, and now that changed it to 1697. So anyway, I'm gonna record another video. So yeah, well, let's talk more about the Recon Tech controller. So yeah, it's got some dark buttons and it's got some gray on the joysticks and gray. It has gray on the triggers and bumpers and the sync button. It has a black D-pad on it. There's a dark Xbox logo, and there's a rubber grab. So anyway, I'm thinking I want to sell this controller because I need money, because I have too much Xbox One controllers. So I forgot how many that I have now. How many though? No, I had six Xbox One controllers, but I'm gonna sell one of them. I'm gonna sell the Recon controller because I think I want to have another controller. I want the Ocean Shadow controller like I had before, because that controller, I like that controller because it has a dark blue on the shell. It has but yeah, it has some cool features on that controller. So I wanna sell the Recon controller and buy the Ocean Shadow controller. So anyway, leave a like in this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new, put down some comments, and make sure to turn on. Okay, let me start over. If you're new to this channel, just make sure to subscribe to this channel, leave a like on this video, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can receive a notification from me. Put down some comments. Instagram and Snapchat it's in link in the description. Alright, you guys, so this is the longest video of the Xbox One controllers. So in the next video I'm gonna do of the Xbox 360 controllers. Alright guys, so I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.